Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for today's NBA slate on Friday, December the 15th. I believe we have 8 games tonight. I think it's like an 8-game or a 9-game slate, so a decent sized slate for a Friday night. I want to give you guys some early props I'm liking, taking a first look at the board on Thursday night when I'm recording this video. I got 2 early plays that I do like for this Friday night slate, so as always, guys, we're going to talk through each one of these 2 plays, share why I like them. Before we do get started, though, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, as always, please hit that like button down below. If you do enjoy, hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, you can sign up, linked down below in the description, or just use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks, and you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. And I do also want to give a shout out to Sleeper, because we do have a partnership with Sleeper. And if you guys don't have an account over on Sleeper, you can sign up for Sleeper as well using promo code NOAH over there. Get your first deposit matched up to $100 over on Sleeper. Check them out, guys, if you have not yet. They are an app similar to Prizepicks, similar to a lot of these other DFS player prop pick'em apps you see around the industry. However, on Sleeper, you are able to win up to 100x your money. Sleeper does offer a lot of different props, from a lot of different markets. They offer props with some higher payouts as well. So if you like to chase those high payouts, I do recommend giving Sleeper a try, guys. Again, use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up. You will get your first deposit matched up to $100. But let's go ahead and talk through this slate for Prizepicks and what I'm liking today, guys. 2 early props I'm liking for tonight. Once again, we did hit both plays we gave out in Thursday's video. So hopefully you guys did tell the 2 picks we gave out Thursday. Took the under on Darius Garland, 9.5 rebounds plus assists. I think he finished with 3 assists and 2 rebounds, so he went well under his line. That was a pretty easy cash. And then we did take the over on Domantas Sabonis, 39.5 PRA. Sabonis had a really good game, finished with 41 PRA. I think he had, I want to say he had 18 rebounds, 18 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists. So it was a really, really good game from Sabonis. Went over his PRA prop. So the last 2 videos, guys, the 4 picks we've given out over our last 2 videos, we've hit 4 in a row. So we're starting to heat back up again. I know, prior to this little hot streak we've been on, we were definitely on a little bit of a cold streak. We were struggling, but we're starting to heat back up again on a nice little 4-0 run. Let's see if we can keep that going into Friday night's slate. So talking through the 2 picks I do like for Friday night, the first play we're going to take a look at is going to be a points prop, and we're going to look at Buddy Hield, 14.5 points, and I like the over here, more than 14.5 points for Buddy Hield. Now, if you look at Buddy Hield's recent games, it's somewhat inconsistent. Buddy Hield, he has been kind of an inconsistent player this season. He'll have some big scoring games, then he'll kind of go cold and have some bad games. He put up 21 points against Boston, but then only had 8 points against Milwaukee, 7 against the Lakers, but then he had 16 against Detroit, and then last game against Milwaukee only had 7 points. However, if you look at Buddy Hield as a starter this season, he has been relatively good from a scoring perspective when he's been in the starting lineup, and he has been playing relatively big minutes as a starter this season. He has started, I believe, 9 total games this year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So actually 10 total games this season Buddy Hield has started. He has gone over this points prop in 5 out of those 10 games. So half the games he started this season, he's gone over this points prop. But if you take a look at the games where he didn't go over, it was just due to poor shooting. I mean, 5 for 16 against Miami, scored 12 points on 5 for 16 shooting. Against Portland, 3 for 10 shooting, scored 9 points. Against Milwaukee, 3 for 11 shooting, scored 8 points. Against Milwaukee, again, played 27 minutes, 3 for 9 shooting, scored 7 points. And then against Miami, only played 24 minutes, 7 points, 3 for 7 shooting. So, a lot of those games were just poor shooting games for Buddy Hield. Some of those games he also didn't play a ton of minutes. Like against Portland, he only played 24 minutes. One game against Milwaukee, he only played 27 minutes. I think that was the last game. That last game was kind of a blowout. And then last game against Miami, or last time he faced Miami, played only 24 minutes. However, this season, we've typically seen Buddy Hield play around 30 minutes as a starter. Last 4 games in the starting lineup, he has played 32, 30, 31, and 27 minutes. And again, that game against Milwaukee, I believe, was a blowout, so Hield only got 27 minutes in that one. This game against the Wizards, it should be competitive. The spread in this game right now sits at 8.5. So Vegas is expecting this game to be at least close enough to where we should see the starters play close to their full minutes. And if we're getting 30-plus minutes from Buddy Hield, I like to spot a lot for him against the Wizards. I mean, this matchup is about as good as it gets. this game environment is going to be as good as it gets. If you look at the total in this game has a 257.5 total right now. We're seeing some massive totals in the NBA this year. I think the Milwaukee Indiana game last time those teams played, that was like a 258 total or something. We might see like a 260 total at some point this season, but this Wizards Pacers game, 257.5 total, and it makes sense because both these teams fly up and down the court. The Pacers are playing at the fastest pace in the league this year. The Wizards are second in pace. Both these teams are bad defensively. The Wizards are dead last in defensive rating this year. The Pacers are have the third worst defensive rating. So this is going to be just a classic shootout. Two teams that love to push the pace, love to play fast, and two teams that don't play any defense. Like, this should be a super high-scoring game. And Buddy Hield typically thrives in these fast-paced games. You know, he's a guy that is able to get to his spots when teams can't get back on defense, when teams are, when these two teams are like flying up and down the court and, the opposing team can't get back on defense. That's typically the type of game that Buddy Hield does well in, because he's a guy that likes to, run to his spots, get to the three-point line, find his, shooting spots. And if teams can't get back and cover those spots and, defend, well, he's going to have plenty of open looks, and typically he's a guy that can knock down those open looks. I know some of these games recently he's had some poor shooting performances, but in this type of matchup, in this type of game environment, if you give me 30-plus minutes from Buddy Hield here, I like his chances to score 15 points. And right now on DK Sportsbook, this prop is minus 145, favoring the over. So DK Sportsbook heavily favoring the over on this points prop for Buddy Hield, which is another reason that I really like this play. But then the next play I like, we're going to look at a rebounds prop. And we're going to take a look at Isaiah Stewart, 6.5 rebounds. And I like the over here as well for Isaiah Stewart. Now, if you look at Isaiah Stewart's recent games, for what it's worth, he has gone over this in 3 out of his last 5 games. This game against Orlando, I believe, was a blowout. Let me pull up the box score just to confirm that. But I believe that game against Orlando was a blowout. And then last game against Philadelphia was a blowout as well. Plus, Isaiah Stewart did get ejected last game. But in that game against Orlando, let's see. I'm going to look up Isaiah Stewart's game log. That game was a 123-91 final score. Isaiah Stewart played 29 minutes in that one, had 6 rebounds in 29 minutes. But I really, we're in a different situation today for Isaiah Stewart. Really want to highlight the last 2 games for Isaiah Stewart, because Isaiah Stewart has started at center the last 2 games. Right now, the Pistons don't have Jalen Duren. They don't have Marvin Bagley. So without Jalen Duren and without Marvin Bagley, they really only have 2 healthy centers on their roster, and that's Isaiah Stewart and James Wiseman. So I think you're going to see Stewart and Wiseman pretty much split the center minutes, with Stewart getting a large majority of the center minutes, Wiseman just kind of playing the backup minutes. Last game, Stewart only played 22 minutes, but again, it was worst case scenario for Stewart. First off, he got into early foul trouble. He picked up 2 fouls, I want to say the first 3 minutes of the game. So he was limited by foul trouble. Plus, the game wound up being a blowout, and he got ejected. He didn't play at all in the fourth quarter because of an ejection. Now, this is a game that does have a ton of blowout risk. Right now, Philadelphia is favored by 16.5 at home. So this game could certainly be a blowout, but even in blowouts this season, we have seen Isaiah Stewart still play around 28, 29, 30 minutes. And again, with the Pistons only having 2 healthy centers on their roster, I don't see James Wiseman just playing the entire fourth quarter if the game's not competitive. I could still see Isaiah Stewart maybe getting a couple minutes in the fourth quarter just because they don't really have any other bigs. So I think the minutes should be there for Isaiah Stewart as long as he can avoid foul trouble against Embiid, which is obviously scary. But the rebound opportunities are definitely going to be there for Stewart. His rebounding numbers have historically been better when he's been playing center. And if you look at the last 2 games, so far this season, Isaiah Stewart, he is averaging 12 rebound chances per game, which is 3rd highest on the team. If you look at the last 2 games, however, he's led the team in rebound chances. Now, his rebound chances haven't been as high the last 2 games, but he's also played limited minutes. Again, last game only played 22 minutes, but he has led the team with 10.5 rebound chances over their last 2 games that he has started at center. And if you look at his games historically that he has played without Jalen Duren and without Marvin Bagley, so in the games this season and last season where he started at center, Stewart was able to grab at least 7 rebounds in 5 out of those 7 games. So out of 7 games played this season and last season when Stewart started at center, he had 7 rebounds in 5 out of those 7 games. In the 2 games where he didn't, grabbed 7 rebounds. Were against Philadelphia last game. Obviously, we talked about that. And then against Cleveland, he only had 4 rebounds in 24 minutes. But that was a tough matchup. And again, only played 24 minutes. I think that either was due to foul trouble or blowout. Honestly, I can't remember because that was a game last season. But this season, we have seen the rebound chances be there for Stewart when he's been the starting center. They're going to need him out there against Joel Embiid. I think he's going to play a lot of minutes. Stewart is, as long as he can avoid foul trouble. Even if this game does turn into somewhat of a blowout, like I could still see Stewart getting some minutes in the fourth quarter just because, again, they only have 2 healthy centers on their roster right now with Stewart and James Wiseman. So I do like this play quite a bit. DK Sportsbook has this favored -130 to go over. So give me the over on 6.5 rebounds for Isaiah Stewart as our second play for today. And these are 2 early plays, guys. I do like for Friday's NBA slate. Buddy Hield, more than 14.5 points. Isaiah Stewart, more than 6.5 rebounds. If you guys are going to be tailing me on these 2 plays, let's hopefully cash out and make some money once again tonight. We've hit back-to-back plays. So the last 2 videos, Wednesday, hit both of our plays Wednesday, hit both of our plays Thursday. So on a nice little 4-0 run. And let's see if we can keep that going into this Friday night slate. But again, guys, appreciate you watching the video. Appreciate your support as always. Hit that like button down below if you guys did enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And again, be sure to go check out Prizepicks, guys. If you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up, and you will get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code. But that's all that I got for tonight, guys. Good luck on this Friday night slate. Enjoy your Friday night, guys. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.